This right here is a mine that I had no idea existed until I spotted it while looking for another mine. And this was a pretty great find because, as you can see, we have a millsite, we have an ore bin with a grizzly, looks like there's another ore bin, and then down below looks like we have a ball mill. And I'm pretty sure that there's an adit that runs into the cliff that I'm standing on top of. And there's a bit of other remnants around here. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like it's made out of wood and metal. And then over there it looks like the frame of a truck. So here's a bit closer look at this mill from the side. Yeah, and at the bottom that's definitely a ball mill. Looks like it might be a site-made one. But right next to me we have an adit, and it's very short, and I mean short in height. Not sure how extensive it is, but I think we should go check this out first. So I'll see you inside. All right, heading in. Looks like we have a belt on the ground here. May have came from the mill. And the adit gets a bit taller here. Bucket lid. I don't believe this mine was very old. And another rolled up mat or something. And there's lots of rat's nests in here. It might just end up ahead unless it turns. Yeah, it tees off here. Okay, so to the right, it faces out. And to the left, it also faces out. And looks like there might be pick marks back here. Yeah, pick marks or scaling bar marks. Because this rock is, it's not very hard. You can see all the collapses in here, so they could have done this by hand. Let's go over here and have a look at the vein they were chasing. So that's it right there, I'm pretty sure. So the adit we walked in was a crosscut, and these two short passageways were just drifts. But as you can see, they probably didn't find much, or else they would have drove those drifts a bit longer or stoped this area out. Yeah, this is the vein they were prospecting. So that makes me wonder why they built a mill site here. Unless they were getting ore from all the small mines in the area and treating them at one location. That could be a possibility. But it's hard to say. So that's the adit over there. And it looks like this was just some kind of workbench. Looks like they had half of the table resting on the rock face. And I'm not really sure what these plates here are for. But anyways, there's sort of a trail that heads this way. It doesn't lead anywhere, but if you turn around, you can see a really great view of the mill. So here we are at the bottom of the mill, and let's first take a look at this engine. Okay. It's an inline 6. You can see the firing order on it right there. This has a Marvel heat control system on it. Pretty cool engine. There's a barrel next to it. Likely there's a belt going off the engine. And you can see those pillow blocks right there. Would have been a line shaft right there. And off that line shaft, all the other equipment would be powered. There's probably a jaw crusher at the bottom of the first ore bin. And then that would feed into this ore bin, which would feed into the ball mill. There's some kind of, I don't know what this thing is here. It's on a hinge though. I'm not so sure about that. Okay, here's a look at this ball mill. You can see the belt would sit on that wheel, which they have wood blocks over to get friction. And this definitely looks like a site-made ball mill. It's all welded together. And over here, this is where the fine crushed rock would actually come out of the ball mill. You can see there's 4 vents or discharge areas on the ball mill. You can see there's drilled holes into it, and then they would actually have mesh over that. So when the rock got to a fine enough size, it would just fall out. And then from there, it probably went down to here. It looks like there may have been another processing area. I'm not sure what they had down there though. Oh, and probably another thing I should say is I have no idea what they were mining here. I have no clue about the history of this mine. And if I had to guess, it's probably a gold mine based off of the milling equipment, but I could be wrong about that. But it's looking like a gold mine. So I found the oil cap here. It says keep covered and close tight. And I also found the maker of this engine. It's a Buick. It's actually stamped all over here, but I couldn't quite make it out at first until I saw over here where it also says Buick. So that's good to know the maker of this engine. And yeah, it also has the transmission still in here. And there's probably a flywheel coming out the end right there, but it's gone now. And I think this hinged piece right here may have been some sort of belt tensioner, if I had to guess, but could be wrong about that. We also have a nice valve here, and it actually still works. Cool. Okay, so I made it up to the next level of the mill, and right here you can see the pillow blocks where they would have had the line shaft running across. And I'm pretty sure they would have had a jaw crusher right over here, but that's long gone now. And if I climb up to the top of the mill, you'll see that they have a grizzly they would dump into to filter out the very large rocks that would need to be broken up to get fed into the jaw crusher. And I think I'm going to go hike down the canyon a ways because a lot of stuff has fallen down there over the years, and it's always good to check the canyons below the mines because sometimes you actually find some really cool stuff. So it turns out there's not a whole lot of interest down here in the gulch. You just got a gas tank, and there's the radiator housing. That's sitting on some piece of a structure. Not really sure what that is. Maybe it was a shaker table here at the bottom of the mill. So this looks like the truck frame, and they probably got the engine off of this. This is the Buick that they cannibalized. So I'm up above the mill, and I found this pile of rocks. It looks like it was stacked up, and I'm thinking that this the ore they pulled out of the outcrop of the vein. See a bit of quartz in here. And the outcrop is probably this right here. All that orange rock. So we're hiking to a nearby mine, and it's up this really gorgeous canyon. You can see there's a few what look like pine trees growing in here. And it looks like they're all around this one layer of rock. You can see there's like a purplish, bluish layer up there. And I don't know if that layer contains a lot of moisture because they're not growing anywhere else. Got some nice desert shade here. And we're already to the mine. The road continues up and it sort of wraps around here and looks like it might just dead end. This is the mine that I saw on the topographic maps. So you can see there's a pallet in here, and the mine is actually flooded. So this might actually just be a water tunnel, and it's not a mine. But there is some mineralization in here, so it could just be a wet mine, I guess. Well, let's go take a closer look at it. I don't think I'm going to go get my boots wet for this because I think I can see the end back there. But I would like to get a shot of that timbering because it looks nice. Also, we got a lot of efflorescence here on the back. Real pretty stuff. Yeah. Yeah, this rock is very sketchy too. But I'm pretty sure that's the end. I can see the face back there, so yeah, I'm not gonna go submerge my feet for this one. But that's a pretty cool look, or view, or shot here in the tunnel. So I'm filming this again because I took a few steps closer up at the edge of this pool here, and it looks like the water tunnel might turn off to the left, but it's really hard to say. Well, I'm guessing if it does, it doesn't go far. So I'm still holding to my decision to not go into this one, as much as it might disappoint you. But anyways, I also wanted to show you that in the timbering here, there's a bunch of holes poked into it. And this was probably for the candle sticks they were hammering in here to hold their candles. This mine has kind of been bugging me because I'm not sure if that's the end or not, or if it turns off to the left. So I was in the area and I figured I'd come back here. This time I am both mentally and physically prepared to wade through the water, or at least I think so. Anyways, let's get on with it. I guess the water's not too bad, it just has some minerals in it. Oh god, it gets really deep right here. I'm gonna put this other light away. And just look at the beautiful efflorescence. It's really pretty. Well, moment of truth. Does it turn off here? It does. Well, I don't think it's going to go far. Yeah, look. Face is off. And that face is off. I'm glad I did this. Now I won't have to stay up at night wondering what the heck's back here. Because you know I was doing that. Just tossing and turning, thinking about this mine. Not really, but